You've tuned in to the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
You realize what you've done?
With Rich Liebig.
The real gangsta plays his cards, right?
And Michael Costanzo.
What was that you just read?
Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news.
Good times, noodle salad.
The point is, you now have the ability to be happy.
And now, here's Rich and Mike on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Woo! Yeah, how you guys doing?
What's up, everybody?
It's time for this week's episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. We've got a lot of sports to get to, as well as entertainment and odd news. There is a lot on the news plate that is going to be served to you on this week's episode. So I hope you came hungry, folks. It's time for the Crispy Noodle Podcast, the perfect meal for your mind, as we recap some of the big headlines that happened in the past week or so. But before we get into sports, entertainment, and odd news, and anything else we happen to stumble across in this podcast, Mikey, my friend, how you doing? How is Costanzo Country holding up? What is up?
Doing pretty good. I've been watching Outlast on Netflix. It's this survival type show, which I'm really into. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's unlike any of the other survival shows, like Survivor, things like that. It's like they give these contestants nothing. And the main gimmick is that you start on a team and you also have to end on a team. You can't win it by yourself. There's no lone wolfing it. And you don't have to stay on the same team the whole time. You can actively leave your team and go to other teams or kick people out of your team. But you always have to be on a team. So if you can't find another team to take you in, or if you can't form a team with someone else, then you have to leave the competition. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. So I've been watching that. Been playing a lot of Jurassic World Evolution 3 on PlayStation 5, which enjoying that a lot. And making my little dinosaur parks.
That's appropriate because you've got your dinosaur shirt on.
I do have my dinosaur shirt on.
Stupid dinosaur!
That's
Get
right.
the out of here!
I will not.
Nicki Minaj doesn't like it.
I will not listen to Nicki.
No.
I will stay here with my dinosaurs.
That dinosaur been working my nerves all night.
And dinosaur shirt means dinosaur fact.
Oh, dinosaur fact. Here we go.
I have one. I said I'd keep doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Did you know? And this one's about T-Rex. It's what's on the shirt. It's not what they sounded like, probably. But the fact is a real quick, simple one. It's that humans live closer to the time of T-Rex than T-Rex lived to the time of Stegosaurus.
Oh, yes.
So
if you graph, like on a timeline.
If you graph it on a timeline,
yeah.
T-Rex is closer to us than it is to Stegosaurus, which is interesting because historically, if you look at movies like Fantasia, there's a big sequence where like T-Rex is fighting Stegosaurus. That historically could never have happened. They never met by like hundreds of millions of years.
There's a YouTube channel called In a Nutshell.
Yeah.
And they present kind of big ideas in a easily digestible, like 10 to 15 minute YouTube video. And one of the things was a timeline of existence. And they plotted out something like kind of what you said, that like if you were to graph 3 items on a timeline, I think it's actually the one you said, where it's like
Stegosaurus, T-Rex, and
human.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would put the T-Rex closer to
humans than
human.
Stegosaurus. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really speaks to the dominance of dinosaurs. They are around for like hundreds of millions of years. If you want to get technical, they're still around, but that's a conversation for another time.
Get the out of here!
Birds are dinosaurs. I've said it before.
Nicki Minaj just doesn't believe you.
She doesn't believe me.
You stupid dinosaur! Get the out of here!
She really hates those dinosaurs. They did nothing to her. They did nothing to her.
Yeah, no, there's just except for one night, one fateful night.
One fateful night.
That's all it took.
That dinosaur been working my nerves all night.
All night.
All night.
Oh.
Gotta love that clip.
Gotta love it. But yeah, so that's my dinosaur fact of the week. Rich, what have you been up to?
Yeah, there you go.
No
wow.
dinosaur facts from you. Do you have any cool facts for us, though?
The only thing I had was that the zip code or the
area
area
that's
code.
right. You told me about the
Area
area code thing.
Yeah,
earlier.
I was watching I think it was from Star Talk with
Neil
deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
And it kind of came up on my feed, and I watched it. And I thought it was really interesting that the origin of area codes, when they were assigning the 3-digit area codes, they were thinking about the original rotary phone, and they wanted to, when you dialed the 3-digit area code, they wanted it to be the shortest amount of finger distance, if you will,
Right.
for the most populous cities.
There might be, I don't know what our age demographics are, but might there be listeners who don't know what a rotary phone is?
Oh my God! If that is
Once upon a time, if you imagine a circle of numbers, you would have to put your finger in. Say you wanted to dial 2, you'd have to go from the 2 all the way around to the end of it, and then let go and let it zip back.
Backwards.
Or backwards,
There would be a finger lock.
Right.
And 1 was the shortest, 2
Right.
was the second shortest,
Yeah.
3rd was the third shortest.
And you have to go all the way around to like whatever number.
Yeah. And you couldn't do 0 because 0 called the operator.
Right.
And you couldn't do direct ones because 911, 401,
Right.
611 leads to certain services.
Right.
So they had to start at 212, which is New York. 213 is L.A. 214, I think, is Dallas, and 215 is Philly. So,
I got 215.
Yeah.
215 represent. We're the 4th best area code, and that's a fact.
And then 216 is Cleveland. I don't know if you want to.
We're still ahead. We're still ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know if we want to go by this metric.
No. We're still ahead. I'll take it, but by just a little bit. But we're still ahead.
Okay. But I don't know. It's just a really fun fact I found, and
It is cool.
I couldn't wait to tell you. I don't know. It's like I got this fact for you, Mike.
It is cool because you wonder like how do these things come about, and for that one, it's just whatever is the easiest to dial. They're like, oh, New Yorkers, they're busy. They don't got a lot of time. They can only move their fingers a little bit. They got to be fast on the phones.
Well, yeah, they figured anybody in a densely populated city needed to be faster. So
which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I appreciate having a cool area code, so I'll take it.
That's how Philly got 215. So yeah, that's my random fact. You have dinosaur facts.
I'll come with dinosaur facts. You now have to come up with telephone number facts.
I don't know how many of those I can pull off at this rate. But yeah, I don't know. That was my random fact of the week.
That's
Is
cool.
this our new segment?
Yeah, it
random fact
it
of the
should
week.
be. It should be random fact of the week.
Oh boy, that's gonna be tough.
We're
to live
chock
up.
full of them.
That's gonna be tough to live up to.
But what else you been up to?
Honestly, I just watched the U.S. Open this whole weekend. It was
There you
great.
go.
It was fantastic. You know, I'm an old man. I've just accepted
Listen, you like your golf. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So I had a good time hanging around and watching, especially Sunday. I love Sunday of a major tournament. You know,
Yeah.
That's when anything can happen. That's when players rise and fall, which we'll get into in the sports sampler in just a bit. You know what? Let's forward. We got a lot of sports news, and it all seemed to happen in like the last 3 days.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
You know, it's funny. Like as you're going through the week, you know, we try and collect the news themes. If you would ask me on Saturday, I would be like, I don't know if we got a lot of sports news, and then all of a sudden, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, bam.
It would have just been golf.
Yeah. It would have just been the PGA.
Now
would have just been the U.S. Open.
Now we got everything.
Yes. So let's launch into the first segment. A lot to talk about in the sports sampler.
It's time for the Sports Sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life. Sports. In your face.
There you go. Officially in the sports sampler segment. Let's start off with the NBA here because this is a seismic trade. There was rumors that Giannis was going to be traded away from the Milwaukee Bucks. It just seemed like kind of a mutual agreement between the team and the player himself. You know, and also something that the Sixers probably should have learned. You know, you kind of want to trade an asset
before they fall
before
off the
they
cliff.
start falling off the cliff. Yes.
Yeah.
Because then you can get a haul like this. So the Bucks have traded away Giannis. For those who don't know, I mean, he is arguably one of the top 5 players overall in the NBA right now. I mean, he's won the NBA championship already, 2-time league MVP. 10-time NBA All-Star. I mean, he is.
I mean, he's been one of the faces of the NBA for a while now.
Correct. Miami Heat decided to answer the call and try to pull off this amazing trade here.
They pulled off something.
So, yeah, let's just read it off here. So, the Miami Heat are going to get Giannis. They are also getting forward Bobby Portis, 11-year veteran, and then a pick swap in 2030. That is it. That is all the Heat get in this trade.
Now take a deep breath. Here comes Milwaukee's haul.
Yeah, take a look at this haul. They're getting Tyler Herro, famous guard. He's actually a really good player on his own. I mean, he was a star. He had a star run in the playoffs. Was it 3 years ago where they made it to the second round? I think they had a huge upset too that year. So this guy has
A lot of upside.
right, a lot of upside here. Center Kel'el Ware, first round pick on his own. Jamie Jacquez Jr. Kasparez Yakunis, if I can say that right. But then also, if that's not enough, 3 unprotected first-round picks here.
Crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
For Tyler Herro is that's substantial on his own. Let alone that plus 3 first-round unprotected picks. That is huge. Not
to mention the pick swap in 2030 and as well a second-round pick in 2033.
So
I mean, that is just
a seismic trade.
That is
here.
A dump truck full of trade wares.
Yes, a huge, massive NBA trade here. To me, this sounds like the Rams. Why can't I think of his name now? The defensive end.
I don't know. Jared Verse, Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, thank you. This sounds like the Myles Garrett Rams trade. Like this is the Miami Heat going all in. We're running with Giannis.
Yeah, I mean,
live or die. Here we go.
This absolutely is an all or nothing kind of trade because you're trading away 4 players, mind you, all of them former first round picks, all in their 20s. They're trading away potentially future starters for
Tyler Herro was like he was like the face of the Heat for a little bit there. Like he's a star player.
Yeah, I mean, I looked up all these guys to see, what was going on. He was a 2025 All-Star, 6th Man of the Year a few years back, former first-round pick. All these guys, former first-round picks. A lot of them made all rookie teams, and the 3 first-round picks. So the Heat are this is it. They're like, this starts our window from this trade to whenever Giannis falls apart.
Yeah.
Like that's it. There's no future beyond him because they've traded it all away. So if they win a championship or 2, great. If they don't, people are going to look back at this trade and wonder, is this too high a price? What do you think? Is this too high a price?
I mean, 3 first-round picks is rough.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Unprotected as well. Because that's the thing in the NBA that you've explained to me before, that you can be like, oh, if it's in, the first 8 or first 10, whatever it is.
Yeah, top 8 protected, top 4 protected.
Right. You're like, then you don't get it. You got to wait until
you
got to wait till the next year. So these are unprotected. Doesn't matter how they finish.
Nope.
Well, I guess from the Heat's perspective, they're going to be finishing, at the end, at the championship at the end of it. So
right. That's the logic.
That's the logic. So like, sure, unprotected. We don't care.
So
we'll see.
I mean, Giannis is.
I mean, he is.
Yeah.
One of the best players in the NBA.
Right. And this instantly jumps Miami Heat from like that 6th, 7th, 8th and bouncing around there to now
like
Eastern
top
Conference
3.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you get the logic, but that is a little that there's got to be a little bit of a gulp in that before you press that button to send it away.
4
players, first-round unprotected picks.
I mean, 4 players, 4 picks.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Huge.
Crazy.
But for the Bucks, congratulations, because man, I think they're set up. Not now, but couple seasons down the road, they're gonna be set up pretty well.
I mean that's the analysis that I've been seeing online. Like all these guys are relatively young guys in their 20s. They've got plenty of.
Giannis is 32, by the way. That's
yeah,
another.
and that's the other thing. It's as a big man, because he's he's almost 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So, the tread on those tires is sometimes not as deep as it is with some of these smaller, faster guys, right? It's just kind of the way that it works.
Yeah.
When they fall off, and you don't really come back. So, and I'm not trying to be alarmist. They might be able to get anywhere from like 3 to 5 good years out of him, and that's enough time to win a championship or two if they play their cards right. But yeah, 32, giving up 4 players and 4 picks, that's right on the edge of like overbuying,
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how this this trade works out, including this week, because the NBA draft is this week. So they're actually
one of those unprotected firsts is this draft.
Yeah. So congratulations to the Bucks. You're already going to reap something right off the bat here with a first round pick.
That's incredible. What a crazy trade.
Yeah. Seismic for the NBA. All right, now we got to get to a weekly segment now. This is the 3rd week in a row
I'm so tired of this.
Yep, the Brendan Sorsby saga continues. Oh, yeah, here we go. Back at it again. But this time, it's from the NFL's point of view. They are declining to hold a supplemental draft this year, which kind of shuts the door on Brendan Sorsby's only option for entering the NFL for 2026.
You're gonna be okay. Say the goddamn words. You're gonna be okay. Oh, God. Say the goddamn words.
Yeah, and a lot of people are, I think, correctly identifying this as the NFL continue to take a zero tolerance policy towards sports betting, right? Here comes this kid wandering onto the scene off the streets, and the NFL's like, hold on a second, we can't have this. So they're just putting the kibosh on it right away. They're like, nope, we're not having any part of this. We're just not going to do it.
Nope.
It pains me to say this, but I'm kind of glad they slammed the door in his face, because the more I keep hearing about this, the more frustrated I get at the entitlement and the lack of consequences and accountability. I mean, this is this kid, Brendan Sorsby, is trying every single angle to get out of repercussions for breaking the rules of his chosen field. And that really frustrates me, because that does not fly for any other Joe Schmo out there in the world.
No.
For whatever they decide to do with themselves. And, this judge took a lackadaisical kind of, boys will be boys. Don't worry, little one. I'll take care of you. 2-game suspension. And he's just, mind you, this was, what was it? It was like almost $100,000 worth of sports betting.
Yep.
So it's not like, oh, poor me. It's like, no, you wasted 6 figures betting on your own team.
And that's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
Any other player in any other sports league
Pete
would be banished.
Pete Rose was banned for life.
Yeah. You'd be out. Boom.
We had there was a few NFL players, a few NBA players recently that got indefinite suspensions, I think.
Yep, that's right.
And here comes this kid. So the NFL, they're trying to immediately just dead in the water. But wait, there's more. Because the thing that really pisses me off about this story is that Brendan Sorsby continues, even with this news, to try to weasel his way through this. His lawyers are saying that this move from the NFL is in violation of the collective bargaining agreement, and that they will go to the NFL Players Association to seek aid in this situation.
Oh, good for you.
This is confounding and frustrating, because he's not an active player.
No. I don't understand this. I think they don't have a leg to stand on. That lawyer, I think, is 100% dead wrong.
But with as public as it is, would the lawyer say something like this if he didn't think he had some kind of inroad.
I think he thinks he's got an inroad, but I don't think that makes it the case. He's not an NFL player.
I have a feeling we're going to be talking about this next week as well.
I mean, probably. We're probably going to get an update where the NFLPA is going to be like,
the NFLPA is just like, I don't know. How do we represent a non-player?
Right. We can't represent a non-player.
My worry is that the NFLPA, in the interest of advocating for its players and potential future players, but also sending a message to current players that they're going to try to, in my mind, I don't want them to think of this like, oh, this is like a great way to have leverage in negotiations or to use this as some kind of martyr story to like push some kind of agenda for its current players. Like, I'm just wondering if there's some kind of like weird publicity ulterior motive in all this where they might decide to take up the case and might decide to push back on the NFL with this.
I mean, I doubt it. I really don't think so. I think the issue is right there. He is not an NFL player. He can't be represented by the NFLPA.
Like, I think you're right, and I hope you're right, but it's just so odd that they would so publicly like make this play. You know, if they didn't think they had some kind of inroad. But also, this kid's getting desperate, too.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's going to be super awkward if he just backtracks all the way to going back to college and serving his suspension or whatever might happen. Because if this avenue gets shut down as well, then he's really he's either got to go all the way back or go to the Canadian Football League or American Football League.
I think that's his only solution now. He's got to settle for one of the minor leagues of football now.
This is going to be so silly if in like 5 years' time he's not the next Tom Brady. People are going to look back on this and be like, you did all this for like a career third stringer? You know?
What, for the lawyer?
For this kid making this whole big stink. I mean, I guess the kid thinks he's going to be the next Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean, I understand from the kid's point of view. He wants to play no matter what.
But like, it's so silly that this much time, energy, and news cycle has been devoted to what amounts as a complete unknown.
We're going on, 3 weeks in a row. We've had a Brendan Sorsby portion of the Sports Sampler.
But what's crazy is that there's been multiple updates each week.
Yeah,
like this
it's all
is
been new. Yeah,
happening so fast and so ferociously that like this is 2 updates in one. Last week was 2 updates in one. Next week is going to be like the NFLPA officially sues the NFL over the supplemental draft nonsense. And Brendan Sorsby is just rolling along. No consequences, no repercussions.
Right. I think though that won't happen. I think this is the door shutting in his face.
I hope you're right.
I think it is. I don't see how the NFLPA is going to be able to represent a non-NFL player. I think they're going to want to steer clear of it. And I think Sorsby's probably going to have to find another league to play in. I mean, unless he decides to go back to maybe he can go back to Texas Tech, just see if that shakes out. But no, this was the door shutting in his face. I'm pretty sure.
I hope so, because he needs to have some kind of consequences for his actions.
Yeah. At this point, just accept it.
Yeah, I mean,
he's done. That's another thing.
You shouldn't have done what you did.
That's another thing too. Is like now, even if he's able to go high in the 2027 NFL draft, I don't know what team other than like the Browns would be willing to have him as a risk on their roster. To me, these are all red flags. That he's so desperate, he's willing to undermine the system. He has the gambling history, which that's still not good. I know he's in rehab for it, but that's still like a little red flag that you can't get rid of.
It's going to be something he's going to have to deal with.
Yeah, like I don't know what NFL team is going to be willing to risk a contract and a roster spot on this kid.
Yeah, I think
except the Browns.
Except the Browns, right? That's the only caveat there. No, I think you're right. His draft stock has been permanently damaged. I almost feel like it would have been better if he had just taken the year suspension and entered the draft in 2027 with his last game tape being, you said he had a good season this past season.
Yeah. You know what? Compared to what's happening now, yes.
Yeah. I mean, think of it. If you're some kind of weird time traveling GM and you have the choice between 2027 Brendan Sorsby who served a year-long suspension, but the previous year he was fantastic, or 2027 Brandon Sorsby, who spent all of 2026 in court cases to try and get out of gambling. I think the choice is clear, right? One shows that he accepted the consequences, he's working on the issues, he went through the due process. The other one shows a weasel trying to connive his way out of every single repercussion in his life.
I'm a special kind of white guy.
Bingo. Bingo.
That's what he's trying to be, a special kind of white guy. Yeah, so.
I don't know, this story just pisses me off every single time it comes up.
Yep. And I can't believe this is now 3 consecutive weeks we've had a significant update on the Sorsby saga.
I never thought I'd say this, but please put me out of my misery and let's talk about golf.
Yeah,
that is what Brendan Sorsby has done to me.
Yeah, Mike's come around to the world of golf, and it's a good thing, too, because I got a whole lot of golf. Whole lot of golf.
Send Rich a Blue Sky message if you know what that reference is, because it took me like a solid 5 minutes before the show to figure out what that was.
Whole lot of golf. Whole lot of golf.
Oh, God.
Dude,
anyway.
I actually do. I have a lot of golf to talk about. So strap yourselves in. So first things first, we have as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, I watched the U.S. Open. We had the U.S. Open this weekend, the 3rd major out of 4 of the golf calendar. And technically, this was a wire-to-wire victory, which I usually say is a boring major. But Wyndham Clark winning this U.S. Open was oddly dramatic in the final round on Sunday. So Wyndham Clark lost a good portion of his lead on Sunday, actually fell down to 1 stroke with his lead. He was up by 4 or 5 at the start of the day.
Oh, wow.
He was whittled down to 1.
So kind of shaky there at the most important moment.
Yeah. But then here's the thing that I can't get over, and this might be something new that I don't know if I've seen before in a major golf competition. Wyndham Clark was booed, was taunted. It was
I feel
a whole nother level.
I feel like golf fans don't normally do stuff like that. I feel like that's very much anti-golf etiquette.
If anything, this would be something you would have heard at the PGA Championship in Philly. I would have expected this behavior then. But no, this was the Wyndham Clark moment here on Sunday.
Don't they very strictly enforce like quiet during certain periods?
They do. So let me just review everything that happened, because Clark was booed heavily on the back 9. When he had errant shots, people clapped and cheered.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
They're not being subtle.
Yep. And I think 3 patrons were ejected because they yelled too loudly at the tee box.
Wow.
So people actually got
Getting
ejected.
rowdy.
All because of this Wyndham Clark. And you might be asking yourselves, why? Why is this guy being seen as a villain? Well, first off, he won the U.S. Open in 2023, but he had like a mediocre 2024 and then a down year in 2025, including a very popular incident, infamous incident here, where he destroyed a centuries-old wooden locker at Oakmont U.S. Open last year.
What do you do?
He literally just like tore this damn wooden locker apart.
Oh, okay.
And didn't realize.
Was he just annoyed?
Well,
he was frustrated.
Yeah, I think he didn't make the cut that year or something.
He
So
that's an ugly look,
right? Which was very expensive because it was like kind of like a antique, centuries old locker.
Yeah.
So Oakmont was not very appreciative of it and instantly said that he's not welcomed at Oakmont anytime soon.
Whoops.
Yeah. And also had a moment where he flinged a driver at a scoreboard during one event last year as well and destroyed a scoreboard.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Why is this guy still invited to these things?
Yep. And this is now purely just hearsay. We don't have confirmed ESPN reporting on this, but multiple fans have reported that he's a little bit of an asshole. That he doesn't treat staff right.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Including there was an incident that I read where somebody claims that during one of the PGA Tour events, he was very upset that his girlfriend at the time did not get the same security clearance that he did, and that his girlfriend had to go through with the other peons at the front of the country club to get in to see him.
She's not golfing.
I guess he
That's
wanted...
like saying I'm not afforded the same security details like President Barack Obama. Like, I don't know.
Oh, good for you.
All right, I guess that's a bad example, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, she's not the person. You
Right.
know?
So Clark has had moments where he has not been viewed favorably in the spotlight, and some of it has carried over. But still, to have crowds jeer against a specific golfer coming up on the back nine of the final round of a championship, it was bizarre. It was a little weird. Like I don't know.
So this is super interesting to me because this is where like
it's funny.
This is the two sides of you.
We've always said, right, that like we've always said the PGA needs a little bit of WWE reflected.
Yeah.
This is the moment.
Do it. I was just gonna say I hate the person, but I love the outcome. Does that sound weird? Like, I don't know. I feel like golf sometimes needs a little bit of an edge to it. It has, this perception of being a very old, stuffy, rich white man sport, which it is, but like this is how you beat that preconceived notion by like letting fans jeer and letting them chant and cheer and, have your quote unquote villain figure. It's Happy Gilmore. This is something. It's not totally bad.
Yeah, this is something that golf fans need to answer for at some point because, like 5-10 years ago, people were like, "Oh man, we should have like a Happy Gilmore character. We should have somebody like that." Well, guess what? Here you go. You've got Wyndham Clark destroying scoreboards.
Golf has a few of them. What was the one guy that got in trouble for driving against traffic? What was that?
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler drove against traffic. You got Bryson DeChambeau, who you say is always kind of like him and some other guy.
Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, they have like perpetual beef, and they're all like snide and petty and mean, and like I don't know. Like these stories are the things that make it fun for me to talk about golf, to hear about golf, because it's fun, it's drama, it's entertainment. But I do want to get your opinion on whether or not you think the booing was okay to have happen, because I feel like there's an interesting dichotomy between like two of your favorite things. Like you have like wrestling, which is like all about booing and jeering and being loud and mean and kind of got that like spit and swagger kind of attitude. And then you have golf, where it's like pimento cheese sandwiches and polite clapping. It's like, where do you fall on the scale? Do you think this is appropriate or inappropriate? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad?
So I will say the crowds have the right to do, to cheer or boo whoever they want to. I would think that's fine.
Okay.
But I think it's just weird that we're hitting almost like a fever pitch in golf. I've never seen anything to this level before, where he was actively...
Golf is at a boiling point.
This crowd did not like him. And I this is something I kind of wanted to get into, but I don't know, part of me, I don't want to get into full-blown politics here. But there's something weird about Wyndham Clark, who is a U.S. citizen, at the U.S. Open,
right,
getting booed by U.S. fans.
Okay.
Golf and soccer, and golf and the World Cup, it's funny that we mentioned this, like kind of back to back here. They both kind of have the same thing where the sport is viewed as like a boring sport here.
Right.
It's not the go ahead, put it around.
It just doesn't draw the same crowds as the Big Four.
But both sports, when you hit a certain level, there is an infusion of nationalism that gets thrown in there.
Yeah.
And that cranks the emotional scale of both sports, which is why I'll go on record and saying that I don't really like to watch soccer, but World Cup, I'd say, all right, that might be the one I would probably sit down and watch. Right. golf, for most people, I get it. You know, a lot of people don't like golf. They think it's boring. But I will say the majors, that's when you got to tune in because that's when everything is cranked up to a little bit higher, goes a little bit to that 11 instead of 10, right?
The emotions are raised, yeah.
And one of the reasons for golf, just like the World Cup, is there is a little bit of nationalism that gets thrown in there. You know, the British want to have a British champion win the British Open.
Right.
We want to see an American win the U.S. Open. And then at like stuff like the Masters and the PGA Championship, every country wants to see their golfer, you know, tackle an iconic course.
Right.
And win one for their country. So to me, it's a little bit bizarre that we're seeing a American golfer at a U.S. Open being booed by American fans. Something about that was just surreal. I don't know if that's...
So it almost sounds like you're leaning towards like inappropriate/bad, but not for the reasons that people might think.
I don't want to say inappropriate because I'm a Philly fan.
He's Philly at heart.
I want you to be able to cheer and boo.
He's at the golf course with double-fisted beers, a Wawa pretzel, and something to say.
Yeah. Like, I want the audience to be able to do that. But
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, there's something about this that just seems like a different layer that I haven't seen before. Also, I got to say, to just piggyback on this whole nationalism thing, is that Wyndham Clark is reportedly a Trump supporter, and this was being played at Shinnecock Hills, which is a New York liberal area.
So there's layers to this.
It just seems like, yeah. I don't know if we've hit. I don't know if we've ever hit that point in the golf world, but it just seems like there's a lot of layers here, and I don't know. Is this like unprecedented? But it feels like it is, and I don't know how to feel about that aspect of this.
I mean,
does that make sense?
It does. I've watched very, very little golf, but what I have picked up about golf over the years is that usually every single golfer, every single hole, everyone's like polite little clapping. Doesn't matter who they are, what country, what. It always seems like they have some kind of due respect for the sport, the event, and it seems
for the golfer,
and for the golfer, yeah. So it does feel to me like this is some sort of exceptional case. Now, like you alluded to, what is the reason for the exception? Is it the golfer himself? Is it, some kind of weird like anti-nationalism versus nationalism? Is it specifically political or inspired? There's like layers to it. I think at the end of the day, though, personally, from my point of view, because I don't have any kind of emotional attachment to golf, I'm like, let them boo, let them jeer, let them cheer, let fans be fans, right? I think at the end of the day, that's why you're doing it, is for the fans, right? If nobody attends these things, then you're just playing putt mini golf by yourself. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So, and I think that's one of the biggest stumbling blocks for golf is like this perception that it's all stuffy and stuck up. Like, let the fans be fans. Like, I love the story coming out of, what was it, the PGA Championship, where Delco people were like building freaking stages in their backyard and decks in their backyards and their lawn chairs and like I love that. I love the fact that it's got like it's taking some of those round edges and kind of sharpening them a bit. Like it's fun, it's interesting, it keeps it lively. So maybe inappropriate in a traditional sense, but I'm not a traditional guy, so I say have at it, boo, jeer. We need villains, we need heroes, we need more obstacles, just stuff to make golf exciting and fun. Yeah. I don't know. So that's a very long-winded way of saying I don't care if he was booed.
Very good. So, yeah, I don't know. It was just something just weird that I noted on.
But it is different. You're right. Like, I've never thought of or seen or heard of people doing something like that. It just seems very atypical for the sport, from what I know.
It was startling when he hit a shot directly into a bunker and everybody cheered. I think that blew me away. I don't know. That was like, I had to like lean into the TV. I was like, what is happening? They're all cheering for it.
Like, do I hear cheering?
Yeah. Like, isn't that like bizarre? I know
it is. No, it is.
You're allowed, like, I'm not saying like go ahead, do whatever you want to. Beer, cheer, boo, whatever, as a crowd. That's fine. But it was just weird. It was something I've never seen before.
Yeah, given the unwritten rule, the social contract of golf, it's atypical, definitely.
All right, but nevertheless, Wyndham Clark, whether you love him or hate him, he still was able to hold on by one stroke and win his second U.S. Open in 4 years. He won last in 2023, so he's now a 2-time major champion, whether you like it or not. And we'll see if Clark's career rebounds, and maybe he has more majors in his future, and maybe more boos. Who knows? This could be one of those. Maybe this could be one of those things where he embraces it. Go ahead, boo me.
Honestly, the PGA should play it up, or golf should play it up as a storyline.
Yeah, go ahead, boo me. Let me get on the tee. Let's see how
do it. Yeah,
yeah.
It'll fuel him to do better.
Maybe, you never know. It could be one of those cases. All right, so Mike, I think little by little, I think I've been getting you to follow golf a little bit more. I've been getting those hooks in you, right?
I mean, some of the plot lines and storylines you come up with for these things, it's interesting.
Well, maybe the PGA Tour is listening to us, because the PGA Tour has announced that they are going to reorganize the PGA Tour events. And starting in 2028, there's going to be a split between the tour events that will feature relegation.
Oh, good for you.
I love this. This is finally going to expand the importance of golf past the 4 majors. So, like I've said before, golf, as much as I love golf, as of right now, the current system, it's only the 4 majors. You want to follow the 4 majors.
Right.
All the other weekly golf events are like, good for you.
Nobody
you
pays attention.
You
right.
win money. All right, whoop-de-doo. Players winning more money. But now the PGA Tour has announced that they are going to adopt a new 2-tier system in 2028. So get ready for this, Mike. I'm curious of your opinions on this.
Okay.
So the PGA Tour is going to split their tour and their events into 2 different tours. They're calling them series instead of the tours, because the PGA Tour is their overall brand, but they're going to split these 2 up in the series. The top, the 1A here, this is where you want to be, is the PGA Tour Championship Series. These are the top of the top, the creme de la creme, the ones the majors, the Players Championships. These are the big events. These are going to be reserved for the top 90 to 100 golfers about. Okay. And to make it more important, every single one of these events feature around a $20 million prize purse.
That's nice.
Right. So
good chunk of change.
Right. To spread out to all the winners, right? Or to spread out to all the golfers, wherever they land on the list. Then the 1B of the PGA Tour is going to be called the Challenger Series. This will be the remaining 100 to 120 golfers. And then each of those tournaments are going to be around a $4 million prize purse. And what's going to happen is at the end of each year, around 10 to 20 golfers are going to be promoted, either from the Challenger Series up to the Championship Series, or demoted from the Championship Series to the Challenger Series. So now all those weekly events in July, August, September that you kind of forget about after the British Open ends in July, nope, they matter now.
I think this is kind of exciting way of approaching it. It gives, like you said, it gives golf a reason to, or the golf world a reason to pay attention to these lesser events. It also makes sure that all the golfers stay competitive and stay engaged. I don't know exactly how it works, but I remember previous stories when we would very rarely talk about horse racing and how horses could just jump in at the last race of the Triple Crown series. It prevents golfers from being like, I don't need to do any of the matches in July. I'll just show up to, whatever my favorite one is later in the season, or whatever it may be. Tiger Woods just takes a year off and just pops into Augusta, just because it kind of prevents that. It makes it so that everybody stays competitive, stays engaged. For the PGA, it gives them a reason to get viewers to watch all these different smaller tournaments, competitions and stuff. I like this. I like there being stakes.
Yep.
In this whole thing. Like, you have to play and be competitive the whole time to maintain your ranking.
Yep.
You don't just get to coast by on name recognition.
That's
a
right.
good thing.
Yep. And if you're flippant about whether or not you're on the championship series or the challenger series, well, guess what? That prize purse is a lot bigger on the championship series.
Yeah, I mean, splitting $20 million between 90 people is different than splitting $4 million between 100.
Yep.
Like, that's a huge difference.
Yep. So I think this is a great move. I think we're going to get a lot more competitive golf further into the summer. I just love this general reorganizing of events because, like I said, I feel like as of right now, the current system is just the 4 majors and, like, that's it. You know? Like, all the other weekly events is just like, good for you, chum. You're able to put some, other money into your pocket. Whoop-de-doo. You know? But now there's going to be stakes through each event.
It also gives lesser golfers potentially a chance to play their way into these bigger majors, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I like that too.
Yep. And then one more little addendum, a little change that they're going to do, and I love this as well. The PGA Tour doesn't. They try to have a postseason, right? A lot, right? Because every other sports league has a postseason or a playoff, right?
Right.
The PGA has been trying to do this with the FedEx Cup. And what they've tried to do is, like, throughout the golf year, when you win a tournament or you place high in a tournament, you get a certain amount of points. The top 16 golfers with those amount of points would play one final tournament to win a good amount of money at the FedEx Cup and would be declared the overall champion of the year. But to be honest with you, no one really cares about it because honestly, everyone
like
loves the majors.
Before, yeah, it's the 4 majors.
Everyone cares about the 4 majors. But I love this last change because now what they're going to do with this FedEx Cup, the last event in the PGA calendar year, is they're going to take those same 16 golfers, but it is going to be a true playoff system, which is what it should have been all the time. Match play head-to-head. I love it. Thank you very much. If you're going to do a playoff postseason, do a freaking playoff postseason. I love it.
So is this going to be kind of like a golf bracket then?
Yes, this is where
so it's going to be the
match
16,
play is you go head-to-head. Yeah,
and they whittle it down to 8 to 4 to 2.
Yep.
I like that. That's fun.
Yeah, not that BS. We all 16 golfers play at once.
You get an opportunity to put, this is what I'm talking about. PGA needs a little bit of an edge, and you know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
You know where I'm going with this. Bryson DeChambeau and I can't remember the other guy. Brooks Koepka. Like, opportunities like that, right?
In 2028, at some point in 2028 or 2029, one of these playoff matchups needs to be
because they're both in that like top 20 range. They could conceivably be in this thing.
That needs to happen. Brooks Koepka versus Bryson DeChambeau with actual stakes on the line. Oh my God!
Listen, you mic them up like NFL films. Come on now. This is the type of content that could make golf, go viral or, have people sharing clips of like something crazy that's happening. But separate from just like the personal vendettas, you could also pair up golfers who have different styles of play. You could have somebody who's really aggressive, takes risky shots like a Jordan Spieth, right?
Yeah.
Go up against somebody who might be a little bit more classical, like a Rory McIlroy or something like that, and see which style is better. Like, there's so many opportunities for really great storylines.
Especially with the last event being the FedEx Cup, and a lot of money gets poured into that last event because the PGA wants that to be kind of, their championship of the whole year.
No, these are great changes. It does make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more exciting. I think golf fans should be excited. I hope they are excited for it. It seems like if I were into golf, this would be like a fun concept, a fun idea.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all these changes in 2028. I think these are all
the match play
hits.
The match play sounds really fun.
Yes, that's if you're gonna do a postseason and you want it to be like a playoff, like the NFL and the NBA and all, you got to do it like an actual playoff tournament bracket.
Right. Because I imagine there's a different strategy to match play than there is to just golf, doing a round of golf.
Oh yeah.
Because you get scored on each hole, right? Like it's like whoever wins the hole gets a point or whatever.
Right.
So like you don't have to worry about like your total thing. You can, bomb one hole and like win the next one, or I feel like there might be a different strategy to it.
There is, because you're only competing against the guy you're playing with in your twosome.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So you don't have to play perfectly. You just have to play better than that guy.
Yep. So I am looking forward to all these changes. I am excited. 2028 golf is going to be a whole different ball game, and I can't wait.
There you go.
So there you go. I'm happy. That's my segment. Whole lot of golf. Meow. A whole lot of golf. Meow.
The meow is essential, by the way.
Yeah, very, very important. A whole lot of golf. Meow.
Rich was practicing that before the show.
Yeah, thank you. I tried my best. I don't like more into cat a little bit there.
I mean, you are a cat person.
I am. That's probably why. I just bleed it.
Whole lot of golf.
Yeah, there you go. All right. On that note, that is all the sports news. Yeah, I definitely wanted to tackle all of those issues. I'm glad we were able to do it. So we will leave the sports sampler there. We'll take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We still got entertainment news. We got a whole new video game system we got to look out
That's
for.
right.
So the news is still going to keep rolling on. Don't go anywhere. This is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We'll be right back.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby,
Barnes & Noble,
and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
Oh yeah, we're back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Oh man, I was a little nervous because there was a lot. It just seemed like the last 3 days of sports news was just bam, 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 bam. It was a lot of things that we had to note down and make sure that we talked about. So
yeah, a lot of stuff happened very quickly. And everything had multiple layers or elements or stories to it.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk about the Phillies because the Phillies have had a really offensive grandstand. With Schwarber hitting a lot of home runs and Bryce Harper hitting for the cycle.
Wow.
So we couldn't even mention that. So there we go. We had to just mention that and move along.
And we completely skipped over the World Cup. That's happening, I guess.
Yeah. Not finished yet.
I
but
couldn't tell you what, but.
There you go. What a wonderful sports fan you are, Mike. Anyway, let's get to the next part of our show. We need to leave the sports where it lies and go to our second part of the show. It's time for the entertainment entree.
This is the entertainment entree, featuring news in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
What is that? I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
Do a barrel roll. To barrel roll, press C or R twice.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty? Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
We're the all singing, all dancing crap at the world.
It's time for the entertainment entree.
All right, officially in the entertainment entree. Let's kick it off with the segment where Mike is going to let you know what you should keep an eye out for this upcoming weekend with new movie, TV, and video game properties in Mike's This Week in Entertainment. All right, Mike, what do you got for the people?
All right, first up in theaters, DC's latest movie, Supergirl, hits theaters this week. There's not too much out there in the way of reviews so far, which I always take as a little bit of a red flag when there's no reviews this close to release.
I mean, it comes out this weekend?
It comes out this weekend.
Yeah, that's a little nervous.
Yeah, so... but we do have just a brief overview here. When an unexpected and ruthless adversary strikes too close to home, Supergirl reluctantly joins forces with an unlikely companion for an interstellar journey of vengeance and justice. So, you know, that's I'm not trying to rag on it. It's a fairly generic sounding superhero movie. Maybe it's just my Marvel versus DC bias. I will say, though, as some benefit of the doubt here, I did watch the latest Superman movie that came out, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago?
Last year.
I actually enjoyed it. And Supergirl had, you know, a very brief cameo in it, and I liked the way they portrayed her character as kind of opposite of Superman's all, like, noble and valiant, and Supergirl's kind of just like a rebel... troublemaker, has the dog who's misbehaving, which I can relate to now with my own puppy. So I kind of enjoyed that brief cameo. I thought, like, oh, that's like a fun, you know, kind of different way of looking at like the super people group of superheroes, you know? What do you think? Thoughts on Supergirl?
I don't know. I thought Superman last year was
you didn't
all right.
like it? Oh,
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I didn't think it was that. I wasn't blown away by it.
But I also don't know or have seen any Superman before, so you know, I'm coming at it completely blind. But yeah, I don't know. But Supergirl's coming out this week, so you know, go check it out.
Is James Gunn directing this one?
He is not, no.
Okay.
This is still part of the James Gunn DC universe, which the other thing is, like, they seem very wayward with that still. So, now granted, I'm saying that not having participated in many of the properties, so maybe there's, like, a really deep storyline that I'm just missing, but it seems like nobody ever talks about it, never gets any kind of attention or focus, so... That's just...
Unless you find, like, the 150-minute video where he describes the universe or something.
Yeah, I mean... So, there you go. Supergirl coming out this week in theaters.
So exciting.
Go check it out. But if you're like me, you'll probably be sticking to the television this week because there's two huge releases that I'm really looking forward to personally. First up on Netflix, the second season of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action series, comes out this week. This is the season that sees the introduction of one of the most popular characters in the show in the form of Toph, the Earthbender, as well as introducing more large-scale battles and more dynamic villain storylines. I think that this was the season that originally took the animated show from great to incredible. I think it made a huge leap in season 2. So I'm hopeful that this season will do something similar for the live-action show. I'm really looking forward to it. Go check that out. Meanwhile, on Hulu, the 5th and final season of The Bear premieres this week. This show is one of the funniest unfunny shows that you'll ever see. It is equally humorous as it is pure and just utter anxiety. I like the stress of the music, the kitchen sequences, the emotional and psychological drama and you know, trauma for these characters. It is such a unique and interesting blend. It is, you know, it's got awards, memes, rave reviews, both critically and culturally. There is nothing that this show can't do about this ragtag bunch of sandwich shop employees attempting to run a Michelin-level high-end restaurant. If you have not seen it, you really are doing yourself a disservice. It's one of the best shows on TV. The Bear. Go check it out.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. And that's what we're looking forward to this week in entertainment.
All right, there you go, Mike's This Week in Entertainment.
Makes me sad, though. Jordan can't watch The Bear. It's too stressful.
I mean,
I gotta watch season 5 by myself. She never watched season 4.
I can understand that because, man, there are times when I watch The Pit and I'm like, I need a break.
Yeah, The Pit.
Like it's so much dramatic. It's so much drama. It's so much dramatic.
It's so much dramatic. It is so much dramatic. It's so much
ruins,
dramatic that
it ruins my sentence structure.
Yeah.
So yes, I understand that feeling. So
it's crazy.
Yes.
But you know what else is crazy? The world of video games right now, because Valve finally announced the pricing for its long-awaited Steam machine. The Steam machine.
Hello.
Oh, it gets music apparently.
The music did not fade out. Sorry
Okay,
about that.
there you go. But I was going to say the Steam machine.
Valve is stealing my music.
Valve is they heard that we were gonna do this piece and like we can't let them talk about it. But the Steam machine is basically, for all intents and purposes, a PC that sits under your TV that runs Steam OS, and lets you play console games in the form factor of a traditional video game home console.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, so you don't got to build the PC. You don't got to spend, almost $2,000 and pick out all the parts and, worry about updating Windows and dealing with all that and driver updates and all that nonsense. It's supposed to streamline all of that for you. Now, the problem here with what I've just said, if that sounds enticing, is unfortunately the price.
I declare bankruptcy!
You will after these price numbers.
Everybody sit down. So, for the 512 gigabyte version of the system with no controller, just the box, let that sink in, $1,050.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I guess the logic is, if it's a PC game, you bring in a keyboard and mouse, or you already have a controller.
I mean,
maybe
does the Valve OS work with keyboard and mouse? Is it designed?
I assume so. There's going to be games like real-time strategy games that probably aren't set up for a controller. I think the whole gimmick is that you can use the Steam controller in place of a keyboard and mouse, but I don't, to be fully honest, I don't know if that's true. But in my view, I feel like after 60 years of video game history, to sell a console without a controller is just like, I can't even wrap my mind around that.
Yeah.
Like if you're buying it for little Timmy on Christmas, he opens it and he just has a giant square black box.
I can look at it.
No games, no controller. Oh, the rage.
But I guess the logic is, I guess maybe it is. You're supposed to put in a mouse and keyboard.
I think the logic is like if you want to save on cost, you can bring your own keyboard, mouse, or controller. Because if you want the fully spec'd version, again, make sure you're seated for the 2 terabyte version of the console and 1 controller. You can have that for the low price of $1,430.
I declare bankruptcy!
So which version are you getting?
Neither.
Okay, awesome. There you go.
I am broke.
Yeah, so this is super depressing because I'm not going to lie. When I heard about the concept of the Steam Deck and the Steam Machine, it's always something that I've toyed with because, as I mentioned in weeks prior, as you can see, I have a Mac. I cannot play the PC games. I'm not willing to go through the effort of partitioning my hard drive and getting Windows on my Mac. I'm too lazy, and I don't want to pay for Windows. So I thought this might be a good opportunity. And now I realize it is not.
It is that simple.
It is that simple.
Oh, good for you.
I mean, for $1,400, I could just buy a gaming laptop.
Yeah,
right?
So this is my thing.
Like you spend an extra $100 or $200 and you can get something like what you got over there or thereabouts, right?
I don't understand. Did nobody realize in terms of the pricing process that like when you're starting to get to 4 digits level here, when you're starting to talk about $1,000, $1,500, you're better off just splurging a couple of $100 more and getting yourself a gaming PC.
Yeah, I mean, if you're already thinking about the $1,400 version, If you've got 1,400 lying around, you probably have, 16 or 1,700 lying around. Get
a gaming PC.
Get a gaming laptop or get a gaming PC. I guess. See, here's the catch-22 or the double-edged knife for me, because I'm not the type of person that wants to deal with Windows updates and driver updates and all that nonsense and trying to figure out what setting is causing the issue. Like, I deal with that enough at work, right? I don't want to do it when I'm getting ready to play a game. I feel like the Steam Machine had a really great opportunity to democratize and increase the ease of use and accessibility for PC games. Like, if it were cheaper, I could have seen myself being like, all right, maybe if I, save $100 this month, maybe I could pull it off, get myself a nice Christmas present. But I think this pushes it out of the realm of possibility for a lot of consumers. I think once you hit that,
who is this designed for at this rate?
It's very high-end enthusiasts, early adopters. Once you hit 4 digits, you're in a different group of consumers. For me, video games have always been, what is mom and dad going to buy for little Timmy on Black Friday at Walmart and Target? Like, that has always been video games bread and butter. I know the average age of gamers is in their 30s, but they start young, right? That's how we started.
Yep.
That's how our younger cousins and our nieces and nephews started. It's always mom and dad go and they buy whatever the box is, whatever the Nintendo is, right? This
and that's how they phrase it too.
Yeah, no, it is.
Where is that box?
The reason I'm a PlayStation gamer, my parents, they told me the story when the PlayStation 1 came out. They went to the store. They said, what do kids like? And they're like, here's PlayStation 1 and Spyro the Dragon. Lifelong fan.
Here is a box.
Lifelong fan. That's how it works. That cannot happen with the Steam Machine.
Yeah.
That will not happen with the Steam Machine at that cost. And I get it. Maybe people out there are saying, well, Mike, PC games are not for kids. Sure, you may be right, but that sucks, doesn't it? Like, wouldn't it be nice if you could do that younger? I don't know. It's depressing. So here's a little bit more on the story. Speculation puts the original pre-RAM price hike cost in the $700 to $800 range. And honestly, if this were like, again, if it were $800, I'd be like, save a little bit here, save a little bit there, right? Like, could you see yourself doing that for like $750?
I mean, I'm good because
you have the gaming.
I've got a gaming rig set up.
But for somebody like me, like that's,
and I think that would have been acceptable.
I probably would have by Christmas been like, you know what, Merry Christmas, Mike.
Merry Christmas.
It's not crazy, and I know people are like, oh, what's an extra $300? An extra $300? That's that's bills. That's groceries. That's, important things.
Yeah, but you can't take. Don't take that argument with the 1428 going to 1728.
No, yeah.
Because that really does put you into quality gaming PC territory.
Yeah.
You can get a really good gaming PC.
Yeah.
If you source the parts on your own and even actually, you know what? No. If you go to Micro Center and get a pre-bought one,
get a pre-built one.
You can get a pretty good one at $1,700.
Yeah, depending on what games you want to run and what settings.
Yeah.
You could easily get something good for $1,500, $1,600.
So the fact that they're trying to slap these figures, $1,049, $1,428 for the sales prices, you're better off buying a gaming PC.
Yeah. And now, obviously, the price of RAM, thanks AI, is driving up the cost of absolutely everything with a computer chip in it. That's the reason this whole conversation is happening. There is the other element, though, that this may be intentional on Valve's part. So let's go to their official statement on the matter. They present some interesting counterpoints. I want to get your opinion on this. Here's what they say in some posts and FAQs. They've had some rationale behind the pricing. They say, in part, quote, the traditional console model is to sell hardware at a loss and make up the revenue with subscription services or by selling games that are locked into the hardware. We think this can make sense for a single business in the short term, but that open ecosystems are better for customers over the long term. PC gaming's history proves this. The openness of the PC gaming space has enabled it to be the primary driver of hardware and software innovation for decades. The strength of PC gaming is the ability to play the games you want on the hardware you want. Steam Machine is a solution to these problems, and we think it's a great one, but it's not the only solution, and we don't want it to be.
Then why are you making the damn console? like you literally just phased yourself out. It's not the right solution. Grab the right solution. A gaming PC.
Yeah. Their whole thing is that they're pricing this like a PC. They're making the case here that they don't want to do the traditional console model, sell the hardware at a loss, and make it back in software and subscriptions because they don't. They say in another post, they say that they're religious about this belief. Quote, it's our belief that open systems are better in the long run. And so they're trying to position it as a PC first and foremost, which I get, but I think this also speaks to the confusion about what this is. Like, I understand they're trying to bridge that gap, but if you're trying to bridge that gap, then you need to find a price that bridges that gap.
Yeah.
And almost $1,500 is not bridging that gap. $800 is. $800 is bridging that gap between a $600 PlayStation and a $1,200 computer.
Right.
$800, I think, bridges that gap. And I know it sounds like, this sounds contradictory. Well, if you're okay, with, spending an extra $200 to get a gaming PC, why aren't you willing to spend an extra $200 to get the Steam machine? And I think it's because, like you said, that extra $200 towards a gaming PC gets you a full computer.
Yes.
Like, it's going to do computer things too.
Right.
To be clear, this doesn't do computer things. This is a home console running Steam OS. It's a Linux-based operating system. It's not meant to run Microsoft Word. You can't email your colleagues from it. It just plays games. And from that perspective, it's not a productivity tool. It's a game tool. It needs to be priced like a gaming piece of hardware.
Exactly.
So when the price drops if they hit, I would be very interested. But Valve lost a customer with this pricing in me.
Oh, there you go. Bam.
No, I mean seriously.
Mic drop.
I brought it up last week. I think I said last week something along the lines of like this would be something that I'd be interested in. I saw the price and I'm like, okay, see you later. See you in 2027. Yeah. I'll check back. Right? It is what it is.
And if you had that money, I would tell you, Mike, go get a gaming PC.
Yeah. If I randomly had $1,500 to spend on this, you're right. I might as well buy a second laptop. But and that's crazy. Like, this would have been, I feel like there's so many people out there, Mac users or people who don't have high-end PCs that would love something like this and not have to carry around a second laptop or not have to go through the trouble of building one, or maybe they don't know how to build one. Like, I just feel like they're missing out a little bit. They're missing out a little bit.
There you go. Mike's mic drop. That seemed to be a mic drop moment for you.
I lost a customer.
There you go. Bam. You tell him how you feel, Mike.
Yeah, take that.
Maybe that should be a new segment. Mic drop.
Mike's mic drop?
No, just the mic drop.
Oh, the mic. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I got to come up with more of them, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know.
I got dinosaur facts. I got mic drops.
Yeah.
I'm doing so much over here.
Yeah, there's a lot of segments. So how about you take it easy, Mike? Let me take control because it is time.
Yes, I'm going to kick back.
It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Snack time!
Oh no, what have you done?
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Oh, Howard, excuse me, but your wife's cookies are out of this world.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
You've opened up the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Holy shnikes.
Nanda de basata. I don't make this stuff up.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts! That'll be $4, baby! You want fries with that?
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Oh, it's Hoagie Fest. Let me pull over to this asteroid. What?
This is the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Oh, these cookies! Put that cookie down! Now!
What does Rich have in store for us?
So, sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders, go to the bathroom, because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo, odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news here in this segment. Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story and keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that all of my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing this story for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. I'm ready to get started. Where are we heading to?
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
I should have known.
Yep, heading back to Florida.
Known.
Yeah. We had such an uplifting story last week. It's just natural.
You got to drag me back into the mud, into the muck, the gutter, with this refuse, the scum of society. All right, let me have it. I'm ready to get I'm ready to get dirty.
It's just a natural yin yang. You know, we had such a high.
Right. It's the ebb and flow of life.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to get dirty. Drag us into the gutter.
If you missed last week's show, it was a very inspirational odd news.
Can't wait for the Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Or not documentary, the drama.
Yeah. So naturally, since it was such a good high last week, now we got to go back to Florida. And in Florida, man, we're talking about pickleball. I still don't know what pickleball is.
Okay. People tell me pickleball is real.
Yeah, I still don't know what this is.
I don't believe them. Because before 2020, I had never heard it mentioned once. Then all of a sudden, everybody's like, pickleball. And I'm like, it came out of nowhere. Don't you feel the same way?
Yeah, I never heard of this game
Am
before.
I crazy? I never heard about it before 2020. And then everybody's gaslighting me. They're like, oh, yeah, it's super popular. It's been around forever. Yeah. What are you talking? I've never heard of the word before 6 years ago.
It's like Zoom. Zoom wasn't a thing before the pandemic.
It didn't exist. I am fully convinced Zoom, pickleball, did not exist.
Maybe it's a sign we entered a different universe.
That's when the timeline split.
Right? Could be.
Did we die and now we're like...
This is a new timeline, yeah.
New timeline?
Maybe.
Oh, man. There's something to keep you up at night.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
So what's happening... also, people in Florida love pickleball.
Yes, they do.
They love it.
Yes,
It is like legit down there.
So we are going to go to the pickleball courts of Treaty Park in St. Augustine, Florida, which is about 40 miles from Jacksonville. And we're going to talk about the case of 47-year-old nurse Michelle Bannister. According to court records, they had a doubles game of pickleball at this court at Treaty Park here. That's when the play got very intense.
Okay.
Oh boy, yes.
All right.
So at one point, a dispute arose between the pickleball players about, quote, the retrieval of a ball. I don't know. I guess.
What do you mean?
That's what it says in the police report. The retrieval of a ball.
Like the ball rolled away. Who's going to go get it?
That, or maybe is there a rule in pickleball you're not allowed to touch the ball? I don't know. Maybe something like that. Is that a thing? Is it like tennis? Like you can't touch the ball?
What do you mean you can't touch the ball? Who can't touch the ball? How do you play the game?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never played pickleball.
What do you mean? What do you mean you can't touch the ball?
Why
are they arguing over going to get? If the ball rolls away, somebody's got to go get it.
I mean, when it's in action or something. I don't know.
Oh, when it's in action. I guess.
I don't know.
But they're mad about the retrieval of it?
Yes, that's what it says in the police report. They're very angry.
Just go get the ball. All right, what happened? So they're
How
mad.
dare you.
They're mad that somebody wouldn't get the ball.
Upon completion of the match, the one side, 50-year-old Ron Bannett.
I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50. 50 years old.
Yep, 50-year-old, yep.
Naturally.
Yep. Upon completion of the pickleball match, 50-year-old Ron Bonnet went to speak with the defendant's son regarding a critique of his playing style. This is really wordy. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was being a dick. That's what
that's what that translates to.
Yeah, right. He's being a dick. Bannett, who is a Treaty Park pickleball regular.
Oh my God!
Is that like an established thing? Oh, this guy's a regular. Like, does he have like a little like badge or something? What the hell? It's because I don't know. But yes, Bannett, who is a Treaty Park pickleball regular, who also is the leader of the Facebook group St. Augustine Pickleball.
Oh my God! I can't with
this guy. Yeah.
He's made it his entire personality.
Yeah, right. This dude, since COVID. Yeah, this is his whole personality now.
Okay.
He got into a beef with Bannister's son. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
So he's beefing with a kid.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's a game for like older people.
Yeah, why is the son involved in it? Yeah, don't you have anything better to do?
Young people do love pickleball too.
They do? Where am I?
Yeah.
Because you have old people playing it and you have young people playing it. Where am I?
We're not in Florida.
That's a good point.
I'm telling
we're not Florida.
I'm
Yes.
telling you from personal connections, people in Florida freaking love pickleball.
Okay.
Like it is a whole lifestyle down there.
All right.
So down there, this is like tantamount to like a personal slight.
Yes, but that is a good point. We're not Florida, so that's why this doesn't add up equally.
It doesn't. Yeah, pickleball doesn't work here in Pennsylvania.
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
Yep, that's got it.
We're too serious down here.
I got to remember
here.
that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget that when I'm reading the news. You're right. All right, so yes, Bonnet got into an argument with Bannister's son, and I guess this is when it went to screaming, and that is when Bannister, quote, injected herself and said that she acted in defense, grabbed the pickleball paddle, and repeatedly hit the victim over and over and over.
No, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker, old style. You made me issue my ultimate force.
Yes.
Jeez.
Cops reported on the scene that he had multiple injuries to his face, cuts, and blood on the surface of the pickleball court.
No, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker, old style.
They're like little. They're like little plastic paddles.
Yeah.
It's just.
They're plastic. How much damage could they do?
I think they're plastic. I don't know.
They're little
So wait,
tiny. They're not even bigger than my phone.
No, they're bigger than that.
They're bigger than all right, maybe slightly, but
It's like in between a ping pong paddle and a tennis racket. It's like
is it the tablet?
It's probably about the size of the tablet. And they just So wait, was this the 50-year-old beating the kid? Or was it the kid beating the 50-year-old?
No, this is the mom.
Oh, the mom.
Yeah, this is the mom, Michelle Bannister, 47-year-old nurse,
was beating
Bannett.
The 50-year-old.
Yes. Correct.
That's
I'm 50. 50 years old.
That's the person on the ground in blood.
You could have just left. You could have just taken your kid and left.
Yeah.
I don't know why you had to beat this 50-year-old dude to a pulp with your little plastic paddle. Like that's crazy.
Just smacking him over and over again.
That's crazy.
Several cuts and blood on the court.
Jeez.
That's not just a simple slap.
No, that's repeated. That's over and over and over.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Yeah, she did.
That was actual audio.
Yeah.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Oh, man. So I guess she was really going to town and just stayed there or something because cops were able to get onto the scene. And when cops asked her what happened, she said that her name was Ariana Lay.
That's okay. That's just a lie.
Yep. And said that she was, quote, just defending her son. So, yeah, it wasn't my fault. What are you talking about?
This cannot be made good. It's shameful. It's a shameful, shameful day.
I feel like if you lie about your name, then you know you're in the wrong.
Yes.
If you know you're right, you're like, yep, I did it, and my name is this, and I'm proud of it. If you have to be like, oh, no, my name is Peter Parker, I was just defending somebody, like, no, that's not going to fly.
My name is Dick Johnson, and I am correct.
You got to stand on it. Stand on business, right?
Yes. I will stand on my Johnson.
Stand on my Johnson.
Oh, that's painful. Ow.
That's how large it is. That's right.
I'm correct. Ow. No, she went with Ariana Lay. Yeah, and she kept insisting that she was, quote, just defending her son.
This is where the lies start to snowball.
Yep. Officers who took the eyewitness accounts noted that quote, there did not appear to be any imminent threat to life, limb, or propensity of violence. Wow. This cop, man.
Yeah, man.
Whoever came up with this police report is really
they had a word a day calendar.
Yeah, they were pulling out the words here. So yeah, there did not appear to be an imminent threat to life, limb, or a propensity of violence about to occur. That's what it says in the police report. Bannister is a nurse. She has a master's degree. She even served in the Marine Corps.
So she knew exactly where to hit the guy. That's where the medical training really comes in.
Yes. Actually, wait, yeah, that's actually a good reasoning for her to do the damage. Yeah.
She knew exactly what she was doing. I know where I can hit him with this pickleball paddle to cause the most damage.
And she's got the aggression for being in the Marine Corps.
It's a perfect blend.
I didn't think about that. You're absolutely right.
No, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker, old style.
Don't cross her, man. She can kill you with nothing but a pencil.
Yeah, she'll kill you old style from the Marines.
No, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker, old style.
Before I assume she's going to be removed from the pickleball community here, but before it gets taken down, her bio says that she is an active mom who participates in many sports and activities with her children. Well, good luck with that.
I don't know. Well, cross pickleball off the list then.
Yeah. Because she is going to be charged with a felony aggravated battery.
I mean, she did pummel this dude with the pickleball paddle. Pickleball paddle pummeling.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Piece there. Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker, old style.
And in addition, she will get an additional charge of providing cops with a false name.
Yep. There you go. You just had to tack that one on.
Yep.
You already beat up a dude, then you lied about why you did it, and you lied about your name. Come on.
Ariana Lay. What a name.
Clearly, she knew she was in the wrong, or else she wouldn't have given a fake name.
She was freed on a $8,000 bond, but she's going to have a hearing in July, so she's not going to get off She's not going to get off scot-free, especially with a felony charge.
No. You know, I've seen pickleball being played. It's a little silly.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that.
Well, apparently not to these people, not in this Facebook group. This is life or death.
It's in Florida, at least in the places that I know. It is very serious. So I understand them taking it seriously, but there's a level, right, of seriousness that I feel like you're not a professional tennis player. You're not. This is like a friendly neighborhood game. Relax. All right.
No.
No.
She selected no. How dare you come at my son? I'm going to defend my son.
No, thank you. I'd rather hit you with this paddle.
Yes, and cause blood to weep from your face.
Crazy.
This turned into Mortal Kombat.
It did.
Pickleball's now Mortal Kombat, bitch.
Pickle combat.
Pickleball combat. Take that, bitch.
No, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker, old style.
It's just so aggressive.
Yeah. I didn't think pickleball would get that aggressive either.
I'm telling you, they take it seriously down there.
They must.
I still don't fully believe that it's real.
They must. Because, that's a felony charge, honey. Take that.
Yeah, you can't be beating up people randomly.
Nope. And there you go. That's what I have for you this week in the non-fortune cookie odd news. And that will do it for the show. What a start, middle, and finish.
It was packed from start to finish.
Yes. A lot of news that we had to get to, but I think we're able to fit it in all in this convenient package, a meal for your mind. That is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Thank you guys for supporting our show. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to our website, thecrispynoodle.com. Make sure you follow us on all the social media platforms. But most importantly, make sure you have a concrete way to get the podcast sent to you every week. We have two main ways to do that. The first is on our YouTube page. Go to our YouTube page, Crispy Noodle Podcast, and hit that subscribe button. We're actually knocking on the door on 50 subscribers, so you could be the one that gets us over the edge to 50 subscribers on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button when you get a moment. The second main way is we put the video podcast up on Spotify, so you can watch us on Spotify, but you can also listen to us in the background as an audio-only podcast on Spotify. And then if you have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you can take us on the go with you. So if you're driving around Florida with your anger pickleball management issues, you can enjoy the Crispy Noodle podcast. Just don't cause assault though. Don't do a felony charge of assault. That's
Don't do
good.
that. We want you to recommend the stories, not be part of them.
Correct. That's
So
exactly
there
what
you
we
go.
want. Yes. Thank you.
So lots of ways to check out and get in touch with the Crispy Noodle podcast. But if you need to get in touch with us individually, again, to share your sports, entertainment, and odd news stories, hopefully not personal ones, just ones you've heard of, you can find us individually on Blue Sky. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I am at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. Find us on Blue Sky. Let us know what's happening, and other social media stuff as well. Let us know what's happening, and if we use your question or topic, we'll give you a sausage shout out, because why not? We're very generous. Nice little sausage shout out.
That's right.
That's the gift you get here on the Crispy Noodle podcast. All right, but for now, I think we've hit the limit now. We're at the end.
Yeah.
So it's time to wrap it up. This has been the Crispy Noodle podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. That'll do it. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys
later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.